Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Before we start tonight's show, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year from DJX and here at the Skull Gang Studio and Sports Talk with the Cowboy. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. Have a great Christmas. Keep up alive. Keep the light going. Don't let the darkness overcome the light. Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish and Hebrew friends. And for all, we had a great game Thursday night. As far as the attendance and the enthusiasm, a big game between Atlanta and Tampa. And Tampa managed to lose the game 29-28, being 14 points ahead in the fourth quarter. They blew a 14-point fourth quarter lead to lose 29-28 on national TV with everything set up for them to make a big win into that game. It was so bad that they had the Falcons in the last 2 minutes, 3rd and 28 yards to go for a first down. And they let them dink a 14-yard pass to make it 4th and 14. And the game would have been over. But guess what happened? The Falcon got behind the safety, caught the pass, went another 10 yards, and with no time on the clock, they kicked a field goal to win it 29-28. It ripped the heart out of Buc Nation. Head coach Todd Bowles had the most profane, irate press conference in the history of him being a head coach for the last 40 years. F-bombs, S-bombs going everywhere. It took the editors for the news conference 20 minutes to cut all the profanity out. His players didn't do what they were supposed to do. He can't play the game for them. It was an implosion, ladies and gentlemen. We all watched it. It was a terrible, terrible, gut-wrenching, rip-your-heart-out 14-point lead and blowing it. It was the low point of the season. This Sunday, they will travel to the Charlotte, North Carolina to play the Carolina Panthers in a pivotal game. The Panthers and the Bucs are tied 7-7. There's a game this Sunday. And then we have the Dolphins, and then we have the Panthers back in Tampa. And that will decide who goes to the playoffs. But it was an absolute gut-wrenching, gut-punch game that the Buc Nation has yet to recover from. They lost to a 2-10 Saint team the Sunday prior, and the one grace that they had lost to this 2-10 team was at least they had Thursday night to look forward to, and it wasn't but a few more days, and maybe people would have go on to the next game. And on our last show, we talked about the 2-10 Saint loss and how pivotal this game on national TV with everyone in the country watching would be. And everything set up real well for the old Buccaneers. Mike Evans was back, Tristan Wirfs was back, and McMillan was back. We had Godwin, we had Ibuku, we had all our receivers ready, and we got ahead. We were ahead 10-7 at halftime, and in the fourth quarter we were ahead 28-14. And after a punt from the Falcons, the Bucs got the ball, and Baker Mayfield threw an interception, and the interception was made. And they drove the length of the field and scored a touchdown. And they kicked an extra point and made it 28-21. They went and scored a second touchdown. And when they went for the touchdown, they went for 2 points instead of kicking the extra easy point. And it was 26-28 Bucs. The Bucs had the ball. All they had to do was run the clock out. And they got to midfield. They were 10 yards from being able to kick a field goal. And they started throwing the ball. And as we all know, when you throw the ball and they miss the ball, the clock don't start. Guess what? It didn't. And then the Bucs had to punt the ball off to the Falcons with 2 minutes on the clock. But there's no way they can go all the way down there and get a field goal. Of course, we all felt bad when we were getting caught up with. We knew something was really bad happening. It was like bad happening in front of us. Bad. And all of a sudden they get down there And it's 3rd down and 28 yards for a first. There's no way they can make 28 yards on 3rd down. They only made 14. But on 4th down, it's 4th and 14. The game's over. The receiver gets behind the safety to catch it. They go another 10 yards and kick the game-winning field goal with no time on the clock. They ripped the heart out of that team on that field. And they ripped the heart out of every fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was the worst loss I think I can remember for 15, 20 years. I mean, really, with that much on the line, with a playoff berth on the line, after a devastating loss against the Saints the Sunday before. And then the tirade by the coach after the game. It was terrible. There's no other way to spin it. We have no defense, ladies and gentlemen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have no defense. They've got 11 people out there that are playing defense, getting paid to play defense, but we don't have any defense. We have no pass rush whatsoever. None. We have people that are getting paid to rush the passer, but they don't supposed to run up and grab the other guy's shirt and stand there and try to dance with him. They're supposed to try to get to the quarterback, which that's here to there. It was terrible, terrible. Your defense is butter. If you're Todd Bowles, you got to remember this. Your offense has got to stay on the field and score. They got to. They scored 28 the other day, 28 Thursday night. They lost by 1. Because the defense, when they get out there, there's nobody that can't score on that defense. I could score on the defense. Maybe not me, but somebody like me could score on the defense. A lot more athletic. It's a terrible situation. They're playing the Carolina Panthers this Sunday at 1 o'clock in Carolina. The Carolina Panthers are 7-7. They haven't been in the playoffs in 15 years. It's going to be mano a mano. It's going to be right down to the wire. Do I think the defense have brought anybody new in? They got Jason Pierre-Paul, like we talked about last show. He will be playing this week. Anthony Weaver from the Indianapolis Colts practice squad, they got a uniform on him. He's going to play. Because we don't have any linebackers either. We don't have the 3 things we don't have. We don't have a pass rush, number 1. Number 2, we don't have linebackers. And number 3, we don't have a secondary. So we pretty much don't have a defense, okay? And that's just the way it is. It's just that we don't want to, we're not attaching blame to nobody, okay? It is what it is. And as Booger McFarland, the veteran ex-Buccaneer commentator on the NFL Network said, and I quote this after the game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pass rush is the worst of any team in the NFL. Pretty much says it. So we're going in there to this game this week, how they will react after the beatdown, and that's what it was, a complete beatdown, heart-wrenching. I mean, they ripped the heart out of them. Mike Evans had a game of the ages, 166 yards, come back with a broken collarbone, went out there and gamed it. As he was walking down the hallway, hitting his helmet against the wall, he says in a loud voice that was picked up by the mic, 3rd and 28, 4th and 14. And that's all he said. That's all needs to be said to everybody here. But we got a big one this Sunday. We're going to hope they win. There's not been any more injuries that I have been told. Everybody's coming back. Jason Pierre-Paul will be in uniform. I myself personally believe he will play. And Anthony Weaver will play linebacker. Zane McCullum will be out. He's on injured reserve. That might be good for us, too. Zane McCullum's, well, we don't even get into that. Everybody's seen his play in the other night, too. Been terrible. Just terrible. We hope we win. We pray we win. We'll be watching it with you, hoping that we win. I don't have to say it's a must-win. We all know it is. But it's bad. There's no other way to say it. What happened the other night can't happen, but it did. What happened against the Saints can't happen, but it did. Them coming back 3rd and 28, 4th and 14, and kick a field goal to beat you, and you up 14 points in the 4th quarter. It can't happen, but it did. So this is where we are. We'll keep you posted in the next week's show what goes on. We pray we can get a win out of it. We know what we have on the field. And I wish to say we had more, but we do have JPP and we do have Anthony Weaver, a new linebacker. In other news, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. He's out for the year. Excuse me. The Kansas City Chiefs are out for the year. Playoffs. They're out of the playoffs. First time in 14 years they're not in the playoffs. Very big injury to Patrick Mahomes. He's out. Even at the start of next year, he'll still be out. He's out 9 to 10 months. He's already had a surgery. Happened Sunday, so he's out for the year. Micah Parsons, the Green Bay Packer, had the same injury. He's out same amount of time. So as the Packers are making their playoff run with their new great all-pro defensive end, he's out. So these are major injuries that happened this week in the games. We'll keep you posted on any more injuries. It's starting to look who's going to be there, but there's so many wild card variations that this one wins or that one wins that there's not too much we can do until we get a little bit closer, and we'll keep you posted on the next show. As far as the questions tonight, I'm going to start them off with Joni up in Palm Harbor, and Joni wanted to know, do I think after this loss Thursday night that Todd Bowles is on the hot seat? Joni, it can't be any harder. It can't be any harder. But if he makes the playoffs, I still think he can keep his job, depending on how it goes. But Joni, God bless you for your question, but it can't be any harder. Merry Christmas, Joni. Thank you for your question, and continue to support us. The next question is from Adam, and Adam wanted to know, how did the receiver get behind the safety on the 4th and 14? Adam, they were playing this quarter zone, they call it, with the bowls, where they keep the field quartered off. And Tony Winfield, our $20 million most paid safety in the league, was supposed to be behind Vendor over here. His job as a safety is don't let the man to the stick. That's his job. That's what they call him, safety. He's way over here, 10 yards away from the play. Vendor was getting beat all right, but he hadn't got to the stick. But Winfield supposed to be here so that he don't get behind him. But he did. It can't happen, but it did. So that's how it happened. You can look at it. They've showed it 100 million times. You can go to Joe Buck Fan, pull up Joe Buck Fan, and it's got the actual play. You can slow motion him moving and running and trying to keep up with him, and how he sees it happening and moves over there. He just don't get there in time. But that's exactly what happened on that play, that 4th and 14 play that will go down in infamy, as bad as that sounds, or what happened the other night. But God bless you. Merry Christmas, and thank you for your question. The next question from Beverly, and Beverly wanted to know if I heard anything about the Tampa Bay Rays' new stadium here before Christmas. And Beverly, nothing new yet there, but they're still looking in the criteria of a 100-acre area, and some of the sites have less than 100 acres, so I can say the 4 sites again. You know what they are: the Greyhound, the Greyhound racetrack, down there at the Ybor City site, out on Hillsborough Avenue at Hillsborough Community College, and out at the fairgrounds. But they need at least 100 acres, and 2 of those sites aren't 100 acres, so I would scratch those 2 off. But nothing firm yet, and they're doing their due diligence to try to come up with something. Right now, they're trying to get that stadium over in St. Petersburg ready to start playing baseball in April. The roof's on it, and they're inside now working. I think they'll get that done, and I think we'll be inside the Tropicana field sometime middle of April. And God bless you. Merry Christmas, and thank you for your question. And the last question is, who do I blame worse for this is from John, and John wanted to know who I blame worse for the complete breakdown of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season this year. The general manager, the coaches, the players. I blame them all. John, God bless you for your question, but I blame them all. They all have a share of the blame in it. I think the management thought they were a lot better than they really were. I think the coaches kind of were leery, especially when all the injuries started. And the players have just not played since they were 6-2 at the break. In other words, they've 6 games winning, 2 games losing. They've lost 6 out of the last 7 games. You just can't lose that many games. You can't lose 6 out of 7 games and think there's nothing wrong going on. Everybody's responsible. When they win, everybody gets the ring, and when they lose, everybody should get the blame. And they're losing. But I don't think, John, they have the horses in the barn to get it done, but I'm praying they do. And John, God bless you for your question, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I want to wish everybody again a happy and Merry Christmas. And help someone who needs help. You'll be blessed for it. And keep your heart out. Show people that you have a heart. There's a lot of people in this world, ladies and gentlemen, that don't have a heart. I mean, there's something pumping blood in them, but it ain't a heart. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to people. Do unto others as they do unto you. Easier said than done. But have a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. Until next show, God bless you. Merry Christmas. Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?